miraculous things that are happening in the medicinal part of it. So I started to watch. I started to see documentaries and learn new things. And fortuitous is a bigger like gymnasium. I started to get phone calls from the Cannabis folks and other big cannabis entities that wanted to meet me, either because of celebrity or who knows why. And one of the guys I met was our first CEO, Dan Krisnick, and we connected on a level that had nothing to do with cannabis or anything. We started talking about our children. So I immediately connected with him as a person, and I believe in that, top down. We talked about there are folks out there who want to find out what to do with their hard-earned money and all that. And FYI, we're part of Invictus-MD.com. I should say that in the interest of full disclosure. Of course. And the ticker, coincidentally, is Gene. But that was not my idea. But I just want to say this, that everybody works hard for their money. And before anybody does anything, ignore what beautiful women like you say and what really good-looking guys I say. People should not take the shortcut. Do your own research. Find out what researchers are saying. That's called due diligence in business language. The research is astonishing on the medicinal side and even on the recreational side. Let me see. This thing over here gives me cancer. This thing over here might give me the munchies and I might reach over for a Kit Kat. So find out, make your own decisions about this. I'm proud to be a part of Invictus-MD.com because, as I said before we went on the air, I like to see people going into work being happy and proud where they talk to their families about something that they believe is actually good for folks. Now, by the way, I've never gotten high or drunk. I don't use anything. I may decide it in the future, but strictly as what's on the menu of life. If alcohol, and I commend Canada for taking that leap, if alcohol and cigarettes, which might give you cancer, are legal, why shouldn't cannabis be?
And we're going to get to some of those areas of interest where this can be so instrumental. But I also want to go back to something you said, Gene, which was seeing people walk into work and being happy. That dovetails a little bit, George, in terms of your background, your operational expertise at Japan Tobacco. You came into this role to do what?
Well, I came into the role with the hindsight of what I had 20 years doing M&A and integrating companies in the greater tobacco space. I'm good with people, good with recognizing talent, and knowing how this industry can be a very credible operator. As Gene said, we are, as a company, involved in the whole medical side, and that is one pillar. And we're in the adult use, basically, other pillar. And quite honestly, they are huge profit pools in their very own right. Now, if you think about how big that is, done the right way and regulated that way, and I have to also commend the Canadian government from managing everything in a very vertical fashion. We are also vertically integrated, down from seed to end access, and making sure that access only ends up with adult use or patients who have gone to clinics, etc. So that's why we can get involved, because it is an industry like any other industry when managed correctly by people who run solid businesses. And I think we certainly will take, and my background is regulated businesses, the gold standard as far as regulation goes, working with governments and other stakeholders, but also giving patients and adult consumers a choice in terms of products and portfolio.
Gene, it sounds as though your interest was a bit more on the medical side.
No? Initially, in the interest of full disclosure, I saw it as a financial play.
Okay.
I believed in the company, starting with management, and so I like to get involved in entities, in my opinion, in my view, that have an upward, sort of scale, where I can see it doing well. So there are a lot of folks out there who are short people. I don't mean they're in stature. They stay in for a short amount of time, make a little bit of profit, and throw it away and keep doing that. That's okay. God bless you. Go with God. I like the Buffett model. You believe in something, you put your snoot close to the ground, see what it is, meet management, experiment, see what the product is, and then stay in for the long haul. I'm a long guy. And I just want to say, again, I'm probably the least qualified to talk about what it is. I can drive my truck, but if you lift the hood, I have no idea how that works. But a note that we should all realize is that there are folks out there watching this business show, because it's not just business to business. Regular people who work hard for their money, and they want to know what to do with it. So I'm going to say it again. Do the research. Not just with us. Don't just read the Wall Street Journal and watch Bloomberg and everything. Figure it out for yourself. Find out what's good for you, what's a good bet, what's not. And Big Pharma, I'm sure, is sitting uneasy a bit, because here's something that purportedly researchers are saying might actually change the game. Listen, if my child, it's a personal story, if my child was diagnosed with something that the prognosis might be a little salve on top of the hand, might make the pain go away, less stress, and some other beneficial things, I wouldn't hesitate at all. And then there's a big field out there, a lot of cannabis companies, and lots of them are terrific, and there's also some garbage out there. It's up to you to go figure out what's the quality and who are the good guys and the bad guys, if you will. We're good guys.
And I think that it's actually really difficult, because it's still in the infancy, this entire industry. So, George, from your perspective, how do you set yourself apart from all the other players out there? There are just so many these days.
Well, I think